Hi, and welcome to another exciting episode of Tech of the Century. I'm your host, Ben, and today we're going to be looking at something, well, it's not going to be a very in-depth episode this round. We're just mostly going to be looking at something. This is a, a Sharp PC-5700 laptop. It's a 386SX 20 megahertz laptop. I ended up getting this thing from an e-recycler. I got a good relationship with them, and they saved me some systems, and I go pick them up, throw them a little bit of money, and it goes to their work program that they get volunteers at. So it all works so good in the end for everybody. So anyways, they gave me this laptop, and you know, I'm not really big on MS-DOS or Windows laptops, you know, of the 386 and newer era. They just don't really do much for me. But this thing is big and bulky, and I thought it was kind of cool. So I was like, fuck, what the hell, I'll grab it, eh? So if you look at this thing here, we got, let's get that out of the way before I spill my juice here. It's very, very large and heavy and chunky. There's very little information about this thing on the internet, and what little information I found was, you know, sort of useful. Sharp had released at this time, a low-end laptop and a high-end laptop. This is the high-end model. It retailed for, I think, like $5,000 or $6,000. It was just fucking insane how much money this thing went for. For, you know, a 386SX laptop with 2 megs of RAM and 40 megabyte hard drive. Wow, lots of storage there, eh? But monochrome monitor. It's, yeah, I mean, it may have been high end back in the early 90s or whenever the hell this thing came out, but now it's just a hunk of shit, right? The keyboard's really nice on this thing. It was covered in juice, all sticky and disgusting. It's still a little on the sticky side in certain places where I didn't completely get all of it out of this thing. So, who the hell would drink grape juice? Fuck grape juice. It's disgusting. It's like carrot juice. Who the hell thought of juicing a fucking carrot? Like, what were you on? What were you thinking? All right, now there's a fucking bug in here. Get out of here, you fuck. Okay, so we're gonna open it up. There's one small thing I want to do to this thing. I did do an upgrade to it back a couple months ago. I did a few things to it, so I'll tell you what I've done with it. But it's an interesting look inside of this thing because it's just like in comparison to laptops, even like, you know, a couple of years newer than this one. This one's unique as hell. One thing that I was not able to upgrade on this was the RAM. This takes a proprietary RAM card that I'm probably never going to find. So I'm kind of stuck with the, 2 megs of RAM that this thing has. So, yeah, I just can't upgrade the RAM anymore. But I'll live with it. There we go. Oh, fuck. Yeah, this thing comes apart pretty damn easily here. In comparison to today's laptops, this is a joy and a half. Let's unplug the monitor. So if you look at this thing here, you'll notice right away that it's got like a proper 3.5-inch floppy drive that goes into like a regular PC. It's a full-size one. Also, if you look down here, this is where the hard drive is. This has a full-size hard drive that goes into a regular PC as well. It's a 3.5-inch bay hard drive. So, but the only thing that was really strange about this hard drive is, I can't pull that off. There's a power connector down here, and I will show you, oh, there it is, it's way over here. The power connector in this hard drive is this little dinky thing over here. I don't remember ever seeing a computer utilizing this, ever. So, yeah, it's right here. This uses this and the regular IDE connector. And so I wanted to upgrade the hard drive. And once I got this apart, I said, well, what the fuck is this? Do I have anything like this? And yeah, actually I had 2 other hard drives that had this connector on them. They're really old, but I had them. So I had one that was bigger than 40 megabytes. I can't remember how much it is. It's like 100 meg, I think. 100, 130 or something like that. We'll find out once we power it up how much drive space we got. When I got this thing, it had MS-DOS on it. That's all it had, and a couple of business applications, and that's it. So by putting the new hard drive in here, I got the software that was on it as well, and I'll show you that. What you can do at this spot here is you can put a math coprocessor in there, a 387 math coprocessor. So I ended up ordering one off of eBay. It cost me, I think, $5 or something like that. So it came in the mail, and we're gonna stick it in here. I can't upgrade the RAM, might as well see if I can speed it up a little bit anyway. So we're gonna open this thing up here. And yep, that's it. There we go. Look at that. Yeah, nice little piece of tubing. They just saw off the tubing. When you order chips in bulk, they come in tubes like this, and they're really big and long, and they have rubber plugs at the end. But they probably just take them and saw them in half and then just tape the chip in there. There we go. Look at that. That's that beautiful little chip. Look at that. Nice. Okay. There is a proper way to put a chip in, and they usually indicate exactly how the chip goes in. Some of them have a little dot at the top, and this one has a little dot in the corner, and usually there's it's got an angle at the corner. So you gotta take that and you gotta line it up with the socket here, which has the chopped off corner here, which is this one right here. You take the chip and line all the pins up, and then you just, there we go. We now have an upgraded 386 laptop with a coprocessor. Oh, maybe we can play MP3s now. And speaking of MP3s, all it's got is a PC speaker. Keep that in mind. There's only a PC speaker here. There's no sound card of any sort. This socket here is where the RAM module goes that I don't have, and that I'll probably never find. So it's unfortunately going to remain empty. When I first got this thing, I took that plate off and saw that there was no hard drive in there. And I was like, ah, shit, I got a laptop with no hard drive. So now I got to find an adapter to plug it in here. But nope, has nothing to do with a hard drive. That's a RAM expansion. Also, this thing will take, and I believe it sits right here. It's a internal modem. You can get an internal modem for this thing. So that's all I wanted to do in here. We're gonna put it back together and fire it up, and I don't know if it's gonna run any faster. I really don't know. Okay, so I disconnected the hard drive and it kicked me into the BIOS, the setup there. And if you look here, it says 8387. It says it's installed. So it does see that the coprocessor I jammed in there is actually being recognized. So that's a good thing. All right, let's turn it on. There we go. Enhanced BIOS, blah, 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 blah. Phoenix Technologies. Starting MS-DOS. V-Safe. Central Point Software. Well, let's see how she works, eh? Go to drive D. No, D. Keen 1. Just type Keen 1. See how Commander Keen looks on this black and white laptop here. Joystick not detected. I don't have one. I don't even think this supports one. It's supposed to be a high-end business laptop, and here I am playing Commander fucking Keen on it. Okay, let's go. Oh, wow. Can we make this screen look a little nicer here? A little brighter? Yeah. That's not bad. At least from my angle, because I gotta let the camera record. New game. If you listen carefully, you'll hear the sound. Let's see if I remember how to do this. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear that. So, yeah. And I think that's more than just PC speaker sounds. I don't know. Okay. Anyways, Commander Keen works. So let me tell you a little bit about the hard drive I put in this machine. It came pre-installed with Windows 3.1, which is great. That's exactly what I wanted to do with this. I was going to put Windows 3.1 on it, but the hard drive came out of a different computer, and you're going to see what computer it came out of. And I had to do some modifications to Windows 3.1. So I used an OEM's disk to do the update, and it's modified that as well. So, yeah, let's do this. Check this out. Microsoft Windows 3.1 for Mind Personal Computers. This is not a Mind computer. It used to be a company, I think, in Winnipeg. Now look at the background. It says IBM PS1. So that's where the hard drive came out of. Is an IBM PS1. You hear that? I don't know if you did. Very quiet, the sound coming out of here, but it all comes out of the PC speaker. I'm guessing that the driver that can output sound to the PC speaker was installed in this hard drive. So the PS1 computer that this came out of, I don't think that it was one that I owned. I think it came in a batch of, I got the hard drive in a batch of other hard drives, and somebody stuck it in there to get recycled or whatever, and I ended up grabbing it. So, yeah, we have a few things that I put on here. The entertainment pack. Got Rodent's Revenge, Chips Challenge, Tetris, and a bunch of other shit on here. You know, if I get bored, I can sit here and play some video games, which is absolutely wonderful. Sheen, Bitware. You can do faxes on here if you really want to, and, you know, transfer software between computers. There's a bunch of other shit on here. Antivirus. What else? All the setup stuff. Windows 3.1. You know what? I don't mind the interface. Actually, I think they should have brought back the Windows 3.1 interface to use on tablets. I think it would be very suitable for tablets. But they ended up, you know, trying to make a hybrid operating system and with Windows 8 and just made a fucking mess out of it. PS1 tutorial. We might do that. That sounds like fun. Alright. Windows lessons, software descriptions, exit. That's it? What the fuck? Let's try PS1 fitness. So you can exercise. System information, that might be good. Let's check that. It says there's no math coprocessor. That's interesting. Microprocessor 8286, that's not right either. Memory 2 megabytes, that's right. VGA RAM. Hard disk 171 megabytes, so there you go. It's a lot beefier than 40 megabytes, which is what it originally had. DOS version 6, Windows version 3. DOS version 6, that's interesting. So that about wraps up this episode of Tech of the Century. I'm glad that the coprocessor on this thing is actually working, and yeah, it's as beefed up as I can make it. After I'm done playing with it here, I'll probably just go sit in the closet for 2 years or something like that until I pull it out and play with it again. But yeah, there's another thing I did with this is I kind of restored the sticker on here. It's still peeling a little bit. So anyways, that's it for this episode of Tech of the Century, and I'll see you next time I decide to play with something, upgrade it, or do whatever. Alright, take care.